Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I actually got the grail. I did it. Thank you for my audience leaving comments, everyone on X leaving comments, giving me your thoughts. I actually learned a ton about this process. And if you want to see the reveal, just cut right to it. Cut right to the reveal. This isn't going to be a very long video, but I want to kind of go through a little bit of what my thought process has been, and if you agree with my thought process. And yeah, so just let me know your thoughts. But let's rewind back. So I was looking to enhance my Jordan collection, right? And so I had a lot of mid to low end cards in that collection. And I was like, I want something nice, right? And so this was the card I was looking at first here. Let's bring it up. Was this guy. Now we all recognize the 1986 Fleer. I actually love how this card looks. Some people don't even like. I think it's just a great looking card as well. I would love to have it in my collection. Now, these are super expensive, and on top of that, there's a ton of them out there. Just an app, just a ton of them, right? So if you go onto eBay, in fact, we can do it right now. Let's go on eBay and let's see how many of these are on there. All right, so here we are on eBay, just any random day, and I just typed in 86 Fleer Michael Jordan, right? And you can just see there's, I mean, you got the sticker here as well, but look at these. I mean, there's always there's always one available. There's the print run on these is pretty high, right? Now the card that I got, the one that I actually decided to get, you can't type it in on there and actually just have it pop up. It's a very rare card. 90s Jordan insert. It's one of the ones from my previous video where I had like 3 picks to choose from, right? It's rare that it shows up. And if it does show up, there's only like 1, maybe 2. Like it's just there's not a ton of them, right? Now, that was kind of my journey was going from the 1986 Fleer rookie, right? I mean, some people don't consider it a true rookie, and it's not really a true rookie. It just really isn't. I mean, obviously, that's going to be the Star 85 is going to be the true rookie, way out of my budget. Way not even close, right? Now, I could probably at some point afford an 86 Fleer, like a lower grade, okay? So, I could probably afford something, right? So, if we just kinda bring up like, I could possibly like, this would be, like, the highest grade I would probably be able to go for would be maybe a PSA 4. A Star 85, like, even an authentic, right? An authentic with trimming or whatever, I mean, that's probably over 10 grand. Okay, just out of my budget. Harder to come by those in a sense. I think if you go on eBay, you can find them, but they're usually, I mean, people might have them listed for $1,000,000 or $100,000 or whatever it is, right? So there might be like 1 or 2 on there that somebody who owns it has it up there just to have it up there because they know that if somebody does buy it for that, then they've made a massive profit on it, right? So you might be able to see some of the Starty fives out there, but yeah, it's even those are rare, right? So the print run on those are pretty low. Um, so what I did was I switched my mindset, right? I switched my mindset from the 86 Fleer and I started looking at these inserts, these 90s inserts, and there's just so many options there, some far more rare than others. Now, it doesn't have that vintage feel to it like a Star 85 or an 86 Fleer would, right? And I love that. I would love to own one of those, if not both of those, at some point in my collection. But the nice thing about the '90s inserts is they look amazing. Some of them, right? Quite a few of them actually look really amazing, and they're far more rare. And so it had kind of my 2 categories in it, right? Rarity with just this nice aesthetic to it. All right. And so I ended up getting rid of quite a bit of my Jordan collection, a lot of the lower end stuff. Let me show you some of these that I got rid of. So here's one of them. I ended up selling this, and there's several others, right? And this is a cool card. It's just and I love Jordan and the Wizards, actually. I'm actually kind of a fan of that. But just, yeah, I was like, okay, I need to build up some finances to afford something nice that I want, right? And so this is the one that I decided to get rid of. All right. There's a few more that I decided to get rid of. Here was another one. I like this card actually. Um, I would much rather have. I think there's a refractor version of this, and so I would much rather have. Oh, it throws them both up there. I would much rather have the refractor version of that anyway. Let's go ahead and let it switch back to it right here. So yeah, great looking card, but I ended up getting rid of that one as well. Here's another one I sold, and didn't get a ton for this one, but it was a lower end. This is actually a card I pulled back in the day. I used to have the blue of this, and yeah, that's a regret that I sold that. That was before I had really kind of fine tuned what I wanted to collect and so forth, and was kind of just getting back into collecting. Really was ignorant of a lot of stuff. But anyway, this is like the most common of the Star Quest from '08. And so I ended up getting rid of that one. I got rid of this one as well. The Silver Signature, PSA 9, kind of a fun card, but ended up getting rid of this guy as well. And here's another one, another Silver Signature from '94, Collector's Choice. Again, these are all just kind of interesting cards, right? But pretty low end. I mean, anywhere from like 20 bucks, 30 bucks to maybe 100, maybe 150 on some of these, right? So just not nothing crazy, right? And there's a lot of them out there. If I ever got to the point where I was like, man, I really want that card back, it's there. I could find it. I could get a higher grade, any number of those things. And so that option's always there for me. All right, let's see another one here. Got rid of this guy, the back to back. I actually love this card. The top's chrome. I think it's a great looking card. But again, kind of a lower end card. So I decided, okay, that's one I'm willing to part with. It's not as rare as some of the other ones that I have. So let me go ahead and part with that one. Although it is one that I do really like. This is one I didn't really have an issue parting with. Super common insert from the '93 Upper Deck. I mean, obviously right in the middle of the junk wax era. It does remind me totally of my childhood. It really does. But beyond that, it's a very low end card, right? So got rid of this one. I got rid of the other seasons leaders as well. So I got rid of this one, right? This is season leaders for steals from the '93 Upper Deck. Again, low end, sold that guy. And again, I'm just building funds here for that grail card that I want, right? Let's see what else I got rid of. Here's another one. This is the gold. I do like this card. It wasn't an 8. I remember buying this card. This is might be one of the cheapest ones, although I do like it a lot. Um, and I don't even know if I would get this card back or not, but I do like the gold name, right? It's a variation of this card, and so I do like it. But sold this one as well, and I sold a couple other ones here. I sold this one as well. I actually do like this card, but I would get it in. I want to say there's a refractor of this. There's other variations of this card, I believe. This is kind of the lowest end of those. But it's up there as far as cards that I did enjoy and I do like. But again, I was trying to think of like, okay, what do I sacrifice? I have to sacrifice some things to kind of save some money and to make this purchase for this centerpiece to my collection. And so I got rid of this one as well. Now, I did sell some other things, just some basic stuff that I had, baseball cards, anything on my eBay I was selling, right? And so just saving up money. I put a couple, just some cash away from just like, my regular paycheck, just kind of saving up. So let's get to the reveal. Let's look at it. What did I end up getting? Let me know if you agree with this purchase, if you think sacrificing those cards I just showed you was worth it, right? Was it worth sacrificing those ones? Obviously, not all of those together are going to sell for the price of this card. This card's more expensive, but I did sell a bunch of other things just on my eBay, other cards, random cards that I've pulled that I don't collect, right? That are not part of my PC. So I sold a lot of those things. And this is the card that I got. Let's go for the reveal here. So this is it right here. This is the one I went with. The Honor Roll Atomic Refractor and a BGS 9. Now, I would have loved to have a PSA on this, but I actually thought that it looked really good in the BGS, and I don't normally feel that way, but in this case I did. I thought even with the kind of silver label, with how the card looks with a lot of the silver on it, I thought it actually looked really good. And so this is the one I went with. Super rare card. I think one in every 3,840 packs, something like that. It does have Hakeem on the back. Some people don't like that. Some people don't like the fact that Hakeem is on the back. I actually do. So it's right here. Honor roll, draft of 84. I do love this image of MJ. It just shows his intensity. I really do love that, right? And so you have that checkerboard finish on it. I mean, the corners, edges, I mean, you can see the subgrades on here with the corners, edges centering. I'm a big fan of centering. And what I mean by that is it's important to me. Things off center really, to me, ruin the eye appeal of a card. And so I do love that it's not perfectly centered, right? You can tell it's a little off, even just by looking at the base right there. You can tell. But the centering's pretty good on this one, almost perfect, right? And so it looks really nice. And on the back here with Hakeem, right down here, you have Atomic Refractor listed. And so this is now the centerpiece to my collection, to my Jordan collection. And so I got this off of eBay and finished the journey. Off to the next one, right? So do you do you agree with this? Should I have gone with one of my other options? And I'm going to make another video at some point thinking about my next chase. And it might not be one of the cards that I had in my other video. I mean, I'm always thinking, oh, wait, this other card I just discovered, this other MJ is really amazing. Maybe I'll look. I might even have like a top five of cards because a lot of these, like this card right here, if you were to try to look this up, in fact, we can look this up on eBay right now and see if we can even find one. There are a few atomic refractors on there. Um, Getting a higher grade one is tough. Not that a BGS 9 is like amazing, right? But it's pretty good. And I just thought the card looked great. I really did. These tend to have, you'll notice that the surface is an 8.5. These tend to, uh, the grades tend to suffer from the surface because of that atomic refractor finish, that checkerboard finish there tends to have some, it can have issues, right? It could damage easily, right? And so I am debating whether or not to leave this into BGS. I do like it. I do like it in there. Um, I almost wouldn't mind getting a clean BGS slab. You can see this one has a few just kind of. I mean, it's an okay slab. It's better than some of the other ones I've had in the past. But I've thought, okay, maybe get a new BGS or maybe try to cross this over to PSA. Let me know your thoughts about that. Should I just keep it? Should I just keep it right here? I'm kind of tempted just to keep it right here. Uh, Looks really nice where it is. So there we go. That's the reveal. That's the card. And so I want to thank everybody for your input and your comments, and the interaction on here has been a lot of fun, commenting, hearing people's thoughts. You guys out there, a lot of you know way more than I do, especially about the MJ market and even just 90s inserts in general. Uh, and so I do appreciate it. I learned a lot actually through this process, and I'm looking forward to continuing this collection, right? So this is kind of my current centerpiece. Uh, I might do another video where I kind of reveal, okay, what's my full MJ collection look like right now? It's dwindled a lot. So I got my cards like up here in this case. It's been basically cut in half. So I again, I sacrificed a big portion of the collection. Now, it was stuff again that I was more willing to let go of and lower end. I didn't get rid of any of my beam teams or anything like that, but I did sacrifice some things, right? Some of the collection that I've built up, and so I might do kind of an update on that as well. So, all right, let me know your thoughts about this. What should I chase next? What insert should I go after next? Should I go after the 93 refractor? Okay, should I go after that one? Should I go after another atomic refractor from Bowman's Best? What should I go after here? Should I go after maybe just a simple refractor as opposed to an atomic refractor? Maybe get a higher grade on one of those. So, should I go back for the 9086 Fleer? Should I go for that? So, let me know your thoughts. Again, thank you for the watch, and until next time, have a great one.